Build 31. Yep. Piers. Building piers there. A sacred grove cannot be built in a settlement housing a lumberyard. Okay. You can just get rid of this building later on, right? Bit one. Lumberyard. Okay. A wooden wall, 38. A wooden wall. Community, espionage. Separate slot. 38. So, I need definitely more in relations, arcane, stability, culture, espionage. Adjacent to barracks? Here, our turn. Barracks. In relations to a longhouse. Longhouse and barracks. Can't have both. Stability when adjacent to a longhouse. Okay, we're going with the longhouse. Where is it? We're going with barracks there, longhouse there. Yeah. 30. Longhouse. Ooh. Right there. Dragon's armor shop. Can I put this in our capital? No. It's not available in our capital. Okay. Then we build it here. Adjacent to it. Longhouse. Is there something else I want to pack next to the longhouse? And adjacent to a shrine. Chinese shop of exotic curiosities. Tavern or longhouse? Well. Goes into a tavern. Okay, Dragon's Armor Shop, 38. 38. This is our tavern. In China's shop, not available at our capital. Nope. Oh wait, my chat is done. If someone wrote something in chat, I think my chat died. Sorry. Sorry. Might try to write again. So, Shayna, Shalem, Elena, is there a way to quickly switch between the building sections between each town without leaving this screen? Shayna, 30. Kevin. We're going there, whatever. Whatever. A shrine. The herbalist or king. Shrine. Shrine 31. Going to build the shrine over there. We're going to build the herbalist house 23. Wow. 23. Like next to that. Okay. And that should be it for now. I mean, come on, we can pack the last spot as well. We can pack the last spot as well. I don't have a windmill or anything. Shop for economy. We could do that. Culture. I don't think we're going to get any watchtower of that here. Brewery for relation. $44. Let's go. Oh. A brewery. Let's go, whatever. Okay, cool. That was a lot of building and constructing and planning, so we built her house. Shania, I greet you, O most worthy one. As decided, I have stepped upon the path of the Mastersmith, as fated by the perfect human. Since rare few in these lands appreciate the aesthetics of the Woodrani, I have decided that my gifts will be made for you. However, even though my feet may carry me swiftly to the top of the mountain of perfection, on this path I shall need the help of someone tactful and dependable. Someone such as you, O worthy one. If you are ready to aid me, come see me at my workshop, and I shall tell you of my need. Okay. Huh? 1001 questionable stories. A Woodrani by the name of Shania that made her new home in the South Nile marches has stepped onto the path of mastery and craft wondrous weapons for the Baroness. However, her heart is uneasy, for she suspects that fate might want something different for her. She needs help to reach harmony, otherwise the Baroness will never see the price that Shania owes her. The master is worried about something. We should pay her a visit and find out what's distracting the weaponsmith from her. Okay. Okay, let's do it so. Save game. Manual save. Yeah, we're going with this party again. And I guess we're not going to get far before the next event pops up on our list. But we can at least... This is the shortest way? Wow. Really? 1 day and 4 hours. Try to avoid. Great. A wolf lair. One of the many wolf lairs hidden in the Camelands. These animals usually avoid people, but any Camelands inhabitant knows that hunger can make a wolf reckless. A pack led by a powerful other can even terrorize distant settlements, as well as lone travelers. Even buried travelers who enter a wolf pack's territory may find themselves meeting a grim fate. Wait. Going to save. We're going to take a look there.
My skills are absolute.
Casting Mage on.
Be on guard. Now, beginning of the hunt.
Shouldn't be too difficult. If it's just wolves.
Don't hold back.
Regular wolves, maybe some alphas. Nothing too fancy.
This will.
Okay. Here they come.
Good, you dead.
Nice one. Nice one. Maybe I should wait for any other wolf to show up. Oh! Like the ones down there. Lol. Are they in bombing range? No, they aren't.
A fine use of my talents.
No, they aren't. Bam. Dead. Nope. Wrong button.
Tear them apart. A clever noise.
You should have run. You almost.
Okay, here we go. There he is. Oh, wait.
Stay behind me.
Oh, now I see it. Actually two. Actually two of them. Wait, no, the other one?
Strike.
Nice.
They go down.
Ow! Come on.
Repent.
Don't hold back.
All right. Wolf Victims Book. There are many goblin tribes in Avistan. These militant creatures do not construct cities. Instead, they build their settlements in forests, ancient ruins, or in caves. Goblins do not farm. They collect waste, rob, and loot. In other words, parasitize one more developed civilizations to avoid any diplomatic relations with these dangerous. Goblins experience a pathological fear of horses and dogs. Despite this, they do not disdain the company of wolves, which they use as mounts. In battle, goblin riders are terrifying. They are a striking force that breaks into the enemy's formation and carries horror and death to all who happen to be caught on the way. Goblins are often accompanied by wargs. These creatures are larger than ordinary wolves and have even more ferocious temper. Although wargs allow goblins to ride on their backs, it's highly questionable who is the master and who's the pet among those two. Another beast which should be known to the curious explorer of the wolves and goblin tribes is the Barghest. Scientists consider these monstrous creatures to be related to goblins, but in appearance they are very similar to wolves. Barghests are very dangerous. They are able to shapeshift, to instill a feeling of boundless despair in their victims, and tear them apart while they are in helpless state. For the goblins, Barghests are sacred creatures. They believe these monsters once initiated the goblin race. Interesting. Okay. So I guess this is it for this location. Oh, loot. What loot? Huh? Oh, tiny. Tiny loot. Some more wolves.
Keep down, better ones.
Whoa!
This will hurt.
Ha! Primitive.
I almost expected a trap to go off.
I do what I must.
Okay. Alright. We dealt with the wolves. Let's continue our journey to Swamp Town, Max Swampson.
Adventures can wait.
Yes, we rest. Cooking. Oh, manage. Jewelers. Jewelers can cook. Very fine, very fine. Begin resting.
What god do the six bears venerate?
The men? Gorham, of course. Because they're all such great warriors, you know. As for the women, they worship either their ancestors or Erastil. They tried to stop me from praying to Gorham, but I smashed a couple of monks, and they left me be.
Okay. Trader offer. Getting some stuff.
I'm off.
There she is. Shania! What can we do for you? Shania is happy to see you. Oh, most worthy one. Rest your legs and listen to my stories. That is, if you've nothing more important to do, such as assisting me in a delicate situation. Shania gives you a sly wink. What sort of help do you need? Budrani proffers a small scroll. This was written by my father. It was meant for a family that has lived for centuries near the home of my relatives in Absalom. Life has scattered us all across Golarion, but we never gave up hope of reuniting with those we once knew so well. My father asked me to pass this letter to a member of this fine family, if I should ever happen to stumble across one. As I have recently discovered one of them lives nearby. The noble Hasuf trades in your capital. I confess I'm too nervous to meet him. I fear that my anxiety will cause me to behave inappropriately, and I may disgrace myself for it. Would you assist me in fulfilling my duty and deliver him this letter? I do not believe that my heart can be at peace until this letter is delivered. One cannot be a master when beset by such distraction. I would like to know more about you. I'm flattered. Where should I begin? How did you end up here? Have you heard of Rutra Kavala? High in the Budrani Mountains lies the Adhar Monastery. Its monks are pious and devout. Their duty is to feed a dead man whose green-skinned body floats over a black metal altar as they meditate. Back when Rutra Kavala was alive, he was the vilest of the Rakshasa. However, one day he stepped upon a riverbank and became a seeker of truth, and thus he stood for 1,000 years unmoved. A massive ant hide grew around him, but this did not concern Rutra Kavala. 1,000 years passed, and Dayomazu, the god of war, came to visit him and offered Rutra Kavala any reward, for he'd shown great merit. The Rakshasa demanded all 8 of the god's swords. Upon receiving them, he chased Dayomazu into a dungeon and, content with himself, sat down to rest. Soon the other gods realized that war has left them, for it was much more difficult to resolve conflict and maintain order. And so they began to seek the missing god. To be precise, they found a young hero and tasked him with finding and rescuing Dayomazu. But he was terrified by the sight of the mighty 3-headed Rakshasa. While one head was reading Misravrit Bromadia, the second was puffing on a hookah, while the third was sipping wine. The hero didn't stand a chance in battle, but the Rakshasa's bride fell in love with the hero. It is she that stands before you today. I put Rutra Kavala to sleep with fragrant incense, while my prince took one of his swords and severed all 3 of the Rakshasa's heads. I hid the heads in secret places where my groom could not find them. The memory of my treachery remains in one of his heads. I hope that I will never find its way back to his shoulders, but I'd best stay as far away as possible in case it ever happens. So I prayed to the gods, and trusting in them, I jumped over the ocean, landing in Pharesia. From there my feet carried me here. Tammy! Paper Point! Mara! Park mal ruhig dein Lurk hier. Herzlich willkommen. Und viel Spaß im Lurk. It seems to me there are quite a few exaggerations in your story. Oh, they often say this about the Budrani. Know then that the gods have given me such lessons in humbleness that it is quite against my nature to lie and spread falsehood. Have you ever been to Niswan? It is the capital of the island of Jolmaray, the city of 1,000 rooftops, above which flutters 1,000 silk banners. Not water, but the finest wines flow from the magnificent jade fountains. There isn't a city more beautiful in this world. But Niswan's greatest jewel is its house of perfection, monasteries where reign the world's finest warriors train. Jolmaray. Jalmaray is a large island nation in the Obori Ocean off the coast of Nex. Being the Inner Sea's only link to the legendary kingdoms of the impossible, Jalmiri have a unique mystique. The religions that dominate Jalmaray are also unique. While Aurori has many worshippers across the region, his religion is at its strongest on the island, along with the worship of the 1,000 other deities of Udra. The inhabitants of Jalmaray include an unusually high number of monks. The prowess of their martial artists is renowned across continents, and the 3 Houses of Perfection are the most sought-after monasteries of the Inner Sea region. Ich glaube, ich muss mir gleich mal einen Tee machen. Yep. Time for tea. Be back in a sec.